Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Human Thrive podcast. My name is Amanda. I'm your Human Thrive coach, and today we're diving into something that feels so simple yet can change the world: being a good human. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Being a good human? Sounds a wee bit fluffy, and honestly, shouldn't I put myself first? Well, let's unpack that, because looking after each other is not selfish. It's exactly what we're here to do. We are, at our core, social beings. Evolution didn't make us live in isolation. We're meant to connect, we're meant to care, we're meant to support one another, in my opinion. Every time you show kindness, listen with patience, or lend a hand, you're not just helping someone else, you're nourishing your own soul. It makes us feel good to help others. So think about it. When someone smiles at you on the street, someone holds the door open, or checks in on you unexpectedly, you feel that. You feel that warmth and that sense of being seen. So that is human thriving in action. And when you create that feeling in others, it comes back to you. It's the law of attraction. It's the energy you give out, what comes back to you. And then some people are, oh, so if you're helping other people, is that selfish because it's coming back to you? But I think that's kind of a sad way to look at it, because to me, it's reciprocal. We're meant to be like that. We're meant to look after each other. And yes, it's good for everyone. It's not a case of, oh, I'm doing it just to have this feeling, or I'm doing it just for this to come back to me. I just feel like that is the way it's meant to be. It's like a team. The human race is a team, and we should all be helping each other. And look at all the stuff that go wrong when people are against each other or in competition with each other. And so the truth is, taking care of others does not mean ignoring yourself. In fact, it works the opposite. Obviously, the famous saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. When you're kind to others, you set boundaries, you show empathy, you're reinforcing your own sense of purpose, resilience, and joy. It's not about being a people pleaser and neglecting yourself. It's not about being a martyr or overextending yourself. It's about having the boundaries that if you're not in the right place, that you have the boundaries to go, I can't do this at the minute. It's not people pleaser and put everyone before yourself, but it's a reciprocal, like looking after each other. You still set boundaries. You can reinforce your own purpose, your resilience, and your joy. And that's important. It's not, oh, just do for everybody else and never anything for yourself, because you're included in this looking after yourself. So don't be a martyr. You're still looking after yourself. And there might be times where you have to put yourself first and you don't have the energy to look after anyone else. And that's responsible. You're looking after your capacity, your limits, and sometimes you need to step away. So a smile, a thoughtful message, even listening without judgment, these little acts of human care are so powerful, and they're not expensive or time consuming or exhausting. If they're exhausting, then you need to look at yourself and give yourself that attention. They just require the intention to live that way. And you don't need to change the world overnight. Start with small, consistent acts. Holding space for somebody, sending a message to someone you love, checking in with your neighbour. So each act ripples outwards, often in ways you'll never see. And here's the thing, being good to others isn't only good for them. As we said, it rewires your brain to notice positivity, strengthens relationships, makes life richer and more meaningful. And as research shows that giving and caring triggers the same brain pathways as pleasure, connection, and reward. Obviously, people can get burnt out when they're given, which is why you're included in this caring for others. You are included, and if anything, you need to put yourself first. It's not an optional, nice to have caring for others. I believe it's part of our design as humans. We thrive when we connect. We're social beings too. We thrive when we contribute. And when we thrive, we recognize that each human being has inherent value. And our collective well-being depends on each of us being present, kind, and awake to the needs of others. So for today, I invite you to be intentional, be the person who notices, who cares, who lifts up, and who shares a little light. Because in doing so, you're stepping into the version of yourself that you were meant to be. You're fully human, fully connected, and fully thriving. And I promise you, you will feel better for it. So thank you for listening to today's episode. And if this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who could use a reminder that being a good human is powerful, necessary, and yes, exactly we're here. We're meant to be. So until next time, thrive and keep being the human you were meant to be. So be a nice human. Bye.